And you need to divide things into three different responses in humans, okay, in order to survive. Yum, I'm going to move toward it. Yuck, I'm going to move away. And meh. There's basically only three motor responses to anything: yum, yuck, or meh. Now, there's a matter of degrees. Like you might see somebody you really like, you want to, I don't know, Joey Diaz or something, you know. You see him, like you want to run over, see him, right? So there's an appetitive circuit moves you towards it. See something that's a little odd, you might pause, I don't know what that is, or something aversive, like something happens in the parking lot and you're like, I'm getting the hell out of here. So the brain, as complex as it is, needs to divide things into one of three different motor responses: forward, pause, or retreat. I was playing with Jamie's dog out there before. I was like, I couldn't get him to back up. That's what's kind of cool about the bulldog.
Right.
You charge him and he just goes. I'm like 20 times his size, but he's just like.
Well, he's also never experienced anybody being mean to him.
Yeah,
so except a few dogs, apparently. But most of his experiences are play. Like he knows he can just run up to you and bite you, and you'll play with him.
Right. And both systems work in parallel. So when you smell something aversive, it goes inhale. Ugh. Okay, certain olfactory neurons cue that to the accessory olfactory bulb. Bam, straight to the amygdala. Amygdala sends a signal, brah, down to the adrenals atop the kidneys. They release adrenaline. Sends believe it or not, a signal up to locus ceruleus. It sprinklers the brain with adrenaline, and you just had, within a couple hundred milliseconds, you just got a parallel adrenaline response in brain and body that allows you to do what more easily? Move. Now you're ready for motion. You're ready for movement. In fact, I'm sure if you put that under the deepest sleeper's nose in the middle of the night, they're going to wake up like a gunshot went
I used to
off.
give it to boxers when they got hurt in the corner. They'd give them smelling salts and wake them up.
Yeah, because one of the best painkillers is adrenaline.
Because
you've been hit hard before. Isn't it amazing how little it hurts when it happens and how much it hurts later?
A lot of times guys will use that to set them up with a head kick. So like they'll hit you a good example of that is Islam Makhachev and Alexander Volkanovski. He hit him with a left kick to the body multiple times in that fight, and then fired off one to the head and knocked him out.
So it's like they're just hiding this. It's like slow,
you see
deep
the
pain.
leg come up, and it's very hard to reckon. There's a kick called a question mark kick, and it's called a question mark kick because in Taekwondo we used to call it a fake front kick roundhouse kick. And what it is you're lifting the knee up as if you're kicking to the body in a straight line, and then you whip it over and go like that and turn it to a roundhouse kick. Pull up Glaube Feitosa. Glaube Feitosa was the best at it, so much so that a lot of people started calling it the Brazilian kick, because this guy was a K1 champion who had the most flexible hips and the craziest question mark kick. And he would literally bring it up and down over the guard. So your hands would be up this, like you think your hands are protecting your head. He would bring it up around like this and drop it down on your head and knock people out.
Crazy.
It's so wild because to this day, I don't know anybody who can kick as good as him with that kick. You've been doing it so many times, and so really good fighters, one of the things that you see is they don't just charge out in the first round. The first round is like a feeling out process. So you're downloading a lot of data points. You're downloading foot movement, and a lot of guys watch tape and they download it from that, but then you don't really know until you're in there with a person. So they're downloading positions. They're downloading what a guy does. Like if you pivot to the left, does he move forward? Does he move back? Does he throw the left hook? Does he throw the right hand? What does he do? And how good is he at closing distance? Does he try to fire from where he's at, or does he skip forward and fire? Does he give any telltale signs?